Hey y'all, it's Taryn. It is Monday, March 8th. Welcome. I know it's only been a week, right? And it was a good week. I don't think anything crazy happened. Hallelujah. Maybe that's a sign that I have turned the corner and just smooth sailing, right? Oh well. Yeah, I know. We could dream. I stitched. It won't be as much as last time because it's only been a week, but I stitched. I did work on my solitude. I had worked on it before, and I hadn't shown y'all because it really didn't matter that much. I said last time that I had counted out, and to finish my goal for this year, I needed to do 75 a week, and I hadn't even managed to get that done. So this came up in my rotation where I spin the wheels twice this week. So the first time I put in 82 stitches, and the second time I put in 75. So that gave me a total of 157 stitches. And it was possible because a lot of it was all this dark in here. Made it easier to get in stitches because I wasn't changing colors constantly. I mean, it's all a tree. You would think there could only be so many shades of dark, but there's a lot. So, anyway, that makes me happy. And then I worked on my Lindy Stitches Snarky Hearts. And last time I hadn't finished filling this in, so I got that done, and then started coming down with some of the shadowing, the dimensional effects on the side and stuff. There will still be, it'll be on this side and this side, but then there's still some back stitching that'll have to be done. And I realized that whenever I spin and the Valentine decoration comes up, that's why I had started this Snarky Heart and why I've been working on it, because I didn't think I had anything else. But then I realized that this one, by Snowflower Diaries, You Are So Loved, works for Valentine's Day, right? I mean, that's the right sentiment. And I'm doing it in the French, which I think is how she originally did it. Yeah, I don't really know how to pronounce it. Je vous aime beaucoup. I don't know. Totally making that up. But I am not French. I don't speak French. But I liked it in, something a little different. I have mistakes. I was so happy when my border lined up, only to realize, do you see, I have two spaces here. There's a little wider gap. Because I didn't realize that somewhere up here I'm off. And to fix that, I have to pull out the whole border. And that's not happening. Not going to happen. But since the last time I have done the border, I think I only had like these letters here. I didn't have the J. And yeah, these flowers is all I had in. So I added all this. I finished the border. I don't think it would take terribly long to finish it. And I would love to finish it, but it is not on my list. I'm trying to keep myself to my list of the finishes that are on my 20. Just because, I mean, if that comes up again, yes, I'm going to stitch on it. But I'm not going to put in the extra effort to get it finished. That's what I say right now. We'll see how long that lasts. Because I'll get to a point where I'm like, oh my God, I just want to finish it. I also stitched on Friendship Quilts by Paula Vaughn. Got thread all over the place over here. Since last time I've come down with these boards here and started putting in this window. That is all solid in this color that's on my needle right here. That will all get filled in. That's should be pretty easy stitching, right? But boring. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm getting there. This week I think everything that I stitch on is on my list of 20. So we'll see how that goes. And then I worked on this one. This one was an advertisement for this cookie company. I think they're the first ones that came out with the softer cookies instead of like Chips Ahoy hard and crunchy kind of thing. There's what the cross stitch looked like. And it was one of these things that if you sent in the little coupon from their advertisement, they sent you this little, it's got the pattern and everything. I must have been about one of, I don't know, 3 people in the country that sent in the coupon, because I kept getting these in the mail. I got like 10 of them, and I kept giving them to people. It's like, okay, here, you want a cross-stitch kit? And it was a full kit. It came with the fabric, the thread, the needle, everything. So again, that's what it's like. Now I have to make a confession here. You may not be aware, I'm somewhat of a smart aleck. I know. Shocking. It's shocking. When I was working on this one, I could not help myself. Last time I had like a little tiny bit of the roof done. So I did. I finished it, but I couldn't help myself. So while I was working on it, it says your name. Because, yeah, smart aleck. I was, because that's what the pattern actually says on it. They have the alphabet, but the pattern says your name. So I was just following the pattern. I was thinking about doing that, and I asked Kirsten if that was just too stupid, and she said, no, that's funny, and it's, to put Verley would be boring. So that is it. That is everything that I stitched on. This one, obviously, it's done. I'm just going to FFO it in a little pillow. I coffee dyed some, and that's the pattern. I mean, that's my cross stitch on there. It's not like that. Some red gingham, because, like, you can see these lines. Those aren't wrinkles. That's discoloration. This fabric's pretty yellow looking. When they sent this out, I don't think that it was. I think that's that old. So I coffee dyed this to make it look older. But, let me see. With finishing this one, that gives me 8 finishes so far this year. I will take it. No complaints. And that one is also on my list of 20. So that's 2 off of my list. That makes me very happy. While I had the coffee made that I used to darken that up, I use instant coffee to do the coffee dyeing. I use instant espresso because it's super strong, and it's, it's really easy to get a color that I want, darker or lighter, because it's just 1 tablespoon or whatever. But while I had that out, I grabbed some more. I grabbed some dye, and I played around. Sherry had, Sherry Burkett shared this pattern with me. She finished hers, and I'm doing another one from the series on a bright green. And I could have done this one on the green, but I really wanted it on purple. And I tried to dye fabric before, And, oh, I'm sorry, this may mess things up. I'm sorry. I have my phone plugged in, and I'm sorry if you were getting like feedback from the plug-in. I always forget. Anyway, I wanted purple, and I tried to dye it once before, and it came out like almost burgundy. It's kind of a dark mauve color. But when I was digging through, looking in my fabric stash, looking for something else, I came across a piece of lavender Aida that's big enough, but it was just lavender, and I didn't want a pale, soft color. So I added, for this one, I did some black that was just really, really diluted because I didn't want it black and I was out of gray. And then I used purple. And here's the other side. So now I have to decide which side I want to use. I don't know, some of the black shows up better on one side than the other. But I'm thrilled with how this came out. I don't know how it's showing up on the camera because it's more purple. I mean, it is actually purple. It's not, it looks kind of blue on my end, but it's not. And so I still had the purple and the black and stuff because I started with a small amount of the hot water in it and then added water until I got it a color that I really wanted. So then I had a lot more. And so I had a little piece of the bright blue like I'm doing the snowman on, and so I dyed it. It's got the purple and the black. I don't know if you can tell. This side I poured the coffee on, so it even has some browns in here on this side that don't show up on this side, so I guess I have choices. And then I had one that was that bright kind of mint green, and I poured the purple, and Wyatt made pizza rolls, and I just turned the oven off, and I stuck it in there, but you can see this line right here, that square? Because I set this one on top of it when I just stuck it in there, and so now I have this line, but whatever. But where it touched, because this one was on the bottom, and where it touched the pan, it's not pizza roll, but look where it touched the pan, what it did. That, because I poured coffee over top of this one too. You see the, so that's kind of weird and interesting. I guess I have options here also, but that was fun. That was fun. I've actually been working on finishing some stuff, like FFOing some stuff, but I haven't actually gotten done. Yeah, I know. Maybe soon I'll get it done. At least I had ideas, right? And then, let me grab a piece of paper. I made a new needle minder, scissor fob. And I'm sorry, how cute did that turn out? Just got on a little hat kind of thing. Turn around to the front. And she's holding a cow. Right? Little overalls. Come on. I mean, seriously. I picked the cow when I ordered the charms. I've got cows, pigs, and chickens. So, I'm going to have to make some more of these. But, I love her. I just love her. And I think that's all. Yeah, I think that's it. It looks like, for our perspective, our week is going to be work. I think Dax is going to start spending the night at the office 3 nights a week, starting tonight. He was going to do it last week, but he was having trouble for the first time ever. I don't know what he did. I don't know how he did it, but his sciatic nerve for all last week has been killing him. And so he's been sleeping on a heating pad every night and doing the stretching exercises, and it's gotten better. I guess it's not, if he moves in a certain way, it still tweaks it and shoots the pain, but it's not constant like it was. So he's decided going and sleeping on a cot seems like a good idea. I don't know. Anyway, I think that's it. We're, like I said, it's going to be work, work, work. If you live in Texas, they've extended the deadline for filing to June 15th, which is good for us. It gives us a little bit of leeway to not file people late, but at the same time, we don't want to do that. We don't want to push things off. We haven't even made it known to most of our clients because they'll wait until then to bring their stuff in. And we really don't want to push that off. We do have some other clients who, we have quite a few clients who are not residents of Texas. So we do have to go ahead and make sure that their stuff is done by April. But we don't want to relax. We don't want to get lazy and then ruin our whole summer, because really that's what it pretty much boils down to. So anyway, like I said, work, work, work. Got our shower all together. There was a leak in the bottom railing from the door. And Dax kept saying, should we take it all apart to make sure that we sealed everything good? Like, no, we are not taking it apart again. But I don't even know. We have sealed like everything far more than it was before we took it apart. So I don't even know how. It was, I think probably it was leaking before and we just didn't know it. We didn't pay attention enough, I guess. But anyway, it's back together. Thank God. Now he's working on replacing, we have the can lights, and some of the plastic around them, the trim is getting old and brittle, so he's working on replacing those. And of course, 5 minutes after you buy a house, they quit making whatever the standard stuff in your house is. So we can't just go buy new ones of the same thing because those are old and outdated. You've got to go buy something new, and it's always something. I tell my kids all the time, rent. Rent, so that this isn't all your responsibility. But anyway, okay, that's it. I am just rambling, and I'm still in my pajamas, so I need to go get dressed. And thank you, everyone, for your comments. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for coming back each time. I won't even say every week because we know that's not true. I appreciate you more than you know, and I hope everyone has a wonderful week. Thanks, y'all. Bye.